All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus Show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. We're going to be talking about players on the roster whose position might be in jeopardy after the draft. There should be some guys shaking in their little booties. Before we get into that, this episode brought to you by Underdog. Underdog, one of our favorite apps out there. Sign up today. Use that promo code SKOL and receive up to $1K in bonus credit and a beautiful free pick. Underdog giving you a gift.
Yeah, I absolutely love Underdog. So happy they're sponsoring us once again. And yeah, there's no football, but there's baseball, there's NBA playoffs, there's golf, so many things that you can make some picks on. So definitely hit up the promo code SKOL and Underdog. Let's talk about these guys. And speaking of Jeopardy, are you more of a fan of Jeopardy or are you more of a fan of Wheel of Fortune?
You know, I haven't reached that age yet where I feel I need to watch those television programs. When they're on, I will try to make my best guess, but I don't know if I've watched one from start to finish. All right, I'll answer your question. Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. All right.
Jeopardy, there's some very tough categories.
Yeah. Someone just like, how does anybody know this? Let's talk about some guys in Jeopardy. These are guys like not just losing their spot, but maybe not even a spot on this team. Let's just talk about what we're looking at here. Let's go with a guy who I'm not sure if he's a guard or a tackle. Walter Rouse, friend of the show, pal of ours. I think his spot's in Jeopardy.
Well, yeah. I mean, Donovan Jackson, they brought in Logan Brown, the undrafted free agent. Justin School is here. The thought that the biggest red flag for me is they're like looking to change his position.
Yep.
Never a great sign. And then they drafted a round one pick at the position they're looking at moving him to. So Rowski, yeah, I don't know. He's got a long ways to go.
He does, and he has to impress in camp. I think, KOC has said some nice things about him over this offseason here, but that doesn't mean anything. He's got to work his tail off to make this roster, make this team, even on the practice squad, I think.
Yeah, I was really hoping he was going to be like that next man up swing tackle, and he very well still could be. There's still some hope there, but Walter Rouse definitely needs to be on his game.
He definitely does. He's definitely in jeopardy.
Let's go to an easy one. Just Gabriel Murphy. Let's get him out of the way real quick. I mean, he was an undrafted free agent last year. A lot of hope. I mean, he was the big name that we signed after the draft, which is glorious. But we're pretty thick at that position. Very thick if you look at it.
And he was hurt. Like, he missed most of the season because he couldn't play. He couldn't step on the field. Now you got Tyler Batty in there. You got Chaz Chambliss as well. Some competition for that final spot. If they don't bring in a veteran, they're going to probably keep, 5 or 6 edge rushers. Murphy's not locked by any means. He's got to show himself. He's got to stay healthy. If he's hurt again, I think he's done, and he could be cut early.
Yeah, I mean, and Bo Richter is in there as well. Let's go to a little spicier one. Let's go to Rondale Moore. Yeah. A pretty good name signing. Gave us hope. Former early second round pick, slot guy, special teams guy. But then they go draft Ty Felton, and then when you look at the undrafted free agent receivers they brought in, pretty much fit the Rondale Moore mold as well.
Every year the Vikings sign some veteran who doesn't make the team. Troy Reader a couple years ago is one that comes to mind immediately. It could definitely be Rondale Moore this year. Team seems very, very, very high on Ty Felton. I still think they love Jalen Naylor for some reason. So I would almost think those two are a lock over him. Would he be wide receiver 5? Would they look to go with a guy maybe they signed after the draft, like a Silas Bolden, something like that, and let the veteran go? Rondale Moore did a lot of visiting. He visited a lot of teams this offseason, settled with the Vikings, but maybe that was a bad choice on his part.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of intrigue still very young, can do a lot of things, can carry the ball to the backfield, punt return, all that fun stuff. But yeah, and the worst part, guaranteed money, very low. If I had to bet on it right now, I would say he probably wouldn't make the team.
I think he's definitely on the bubble right now.
On the Bubsky, let's go to a favorite, Levi Drake Rodriguez. We kept 5 or 6 last year defensive linemen, and we signed a slew of them.
Yeah. And what was a 6th or 5th round pick on Tyrion
Tidsky,
Dawkins? Tidsky was 5th round pick. A guy they're very high on, a guy you can do a lot of things with. LDR had some nice moments in the preseason. I don't know if he was even active. Maybe he was active a couple games last year. Maybe
played 2 games. Played 2 games, 1 tackle.
There's just no guarantees here. A 7th round pick, a late 7th round pick. He was almost undrafted last year. He's got to work. The competition is going to be a little more fierce than it was a year ago. For him to make this team, even make this roster on the practice squad, it can be easy. It's not going to be given to him.
Yeah, and it's weird because, I mean, he's just at that kind of odd size. Like, where do you play this guy? Brian Flores, very smart man. We'll figure that out. But, again, it's going to be really tough. Like, for me, I think his best case is practice squad.
Yeah. And that's fine. Like, it's fine. He was a late pick. He came from a very small school. Like, he can sit and develop. He can sit and marinate. There's nothing wrong with that. But to assume he's going to make the final 53 is a bit of a stretch right now.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with all these guys we're talking about. Walter Rouse, Rondale Moore. I mean, these could all just end up on the practice squad.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine.
Last one.
Yeah, Ryan Wright, our punter. Our big old punter. Got some competition in the Australian, Mr. Oscar Chapman.
Oscar Chapman. And I said this in the video before. It seems like when Ryan Wright gets competition, all of a sudden he starts playing really good. So maybe this will have the opposite effect. And Ryan Wright has the best damn season of his career. But he's been dicey the last 2 years. And that Aussie's got a leg.
He's got a leg. I'm more concerned about the accuracy. Like, get that thing pinned inside the 20. That's where Ryan Wright seemed to struggle the most. Sometimes he'd boot us out of some bad situations, but consistently pinning opponents inside 20. Not Ryan Wright's strong suit. Hopefully Mr. Chapman's a little bit better. But you're right. Like, the competition thing. He steps up when he feels pressure. And this might be a good thing for Ryan Wright, especially if it goes into camp, like into August, like we're week 3, week 4, and things are really heating up. Maybe Ryan Wright will step up his game.
Oh, man, I hope this competition is neck and neck. Let's see these guys. Let's see what they can bring to the squad. Those are the 5 guys in Jeopardy. Remember, link down in the description. Be sure to use the promo code SKOL. You will not regret it. Thank you to Underdog for sponsoring the show.
Thank you, Underdog. And guys, remember this. Philadelphia woman was recently taken into custody after a road rage incident in which she exited her vehicle and took a poop on the hood of the car behind her.